Good morning, John Augustine back again. The year 2002. I put down some items there with regard to 2002. And on the 13th of March 2002, the Stena Sea Link or Stena Ferries, they operate from Rosslare to Fishguard and also from Rosslare to I think Cherbourg in France. And they introduced a new ferry, and they called it Stena Europe. And it was employed between Rosslare and Fishguard, but I presume with the word Stena Europe, it must have went to Europe as well, because Irish ferries used to be there, but they moved up to Dublin, which was a very peculiar move in my book, because they had a great ship that they commissioned, the Oscar Wilde it was called, and there's every comfort. Myself and my late wife Judy travelled on it because we used to go on that, bring the car. I was able to drive in France and so on and so forth, drive down to Spain and down to Lourdes. Stayed there for a couple of days and visited all about Lourdes and knew the town inside out. That's the standard, like Irish ferries, I say, coming from the North Wall in Dublin, and it's a place that I wouldn't be bothered with because the traffic in Dublin, sure, you don't know where you can go half the time. Might suit somebody, but it wouldn't suit yours truly. Rosslare is more rural and it's more peaceful in that sense, you know. I'm just not too keen on Dublin nowadays with all the restrictions. Now, so then on the 23rd of March, the third commission for the Gaeltacht was introduced to strengthen the role of the Irish language in the Gaeltacht. That's a good thing because the Irish language has a lovely ring to it, like a Gina Usil, Kunsa Tartu Karja. Gina Usil, when you write to a person, your title is Gina Usil, and go on with your letter. If we say in Irish, Gina Usil translates means "oh noble one," but when you say it in Irish, on Gina Usil, it has a lovely ring to it, and it shows great respect. The Irish language showed great respect to everybody, and of course, it was tried to be obliterated by the British when they had their snout in this country for hundreds of years. It did a lot of harm. So that was a good thing. I commend that. And the Irish language has lovely poetic ring to it. How will we dull, Carja? Where are you going, friend? Tom we dull a wire. I'm going home. On will to see on cup on tea. We'll be having tea. No, base lum mo dinner. Can't think of that now. Because okras are I'm kind of hungry. But there's other words and that's it. Yeah, I love the language. And the Bishop of Ferns, Brendan Comiskey, he was kind of well known at the time, but he had to resign because of clerical abuse. Now, it wouldn't be the whole lot, it'd be only maybe one or two, but one or two is too many. And it caused more trouble than what they're worth, and they should have never been into priesthood. But all these things, I think, occurred since Vatican II to change doctrine and all the rest of it. So they weren't examined properly the way they would to see what they were, because priests are celibate, and it doesn't mean that they have. It's a gift from God, but there's some ones that don't have that gift, and they use it for nefarious reasons. And that happened, unfortunately, in the 70s. Um, so we had to resign. And then on the 5th of April in Northern Ireland, that place there's always trouble in, the first recruits for the Police Service of Northern Ireland, in short the PSNI. But I like to give it its full title because I often see abbreviations and I don't know what they stand for. See, COE, that have the trains and buses used to be called COE, but we knew that it was the Irish power was Chorus Umper Airn. Yeah, nobody wasn't it? Chorus Umper Airn. And will to a dull go Afrin. They go to mass. So the first recruits graduated for that service in Northern Ireland, and it was open to Catholics because Catholics hadn't joined the police that was there before. They were quite sectarian, so they didn't touch it with a 40-foot pole. But it was peace now was there. And but they didn't join it in as much numbers as it was hoped for, but they did join us, thank God, and to try and have a peace and police being neutral in regard to everything and not just from one community and trying to inflict problems on the other community, like what happened when John Hume had a civil rights march and they were attacked by the police with batons and it went worldwide and didn't do them any good. That's when the United States and the world started taking an interest, and John Hume did a great job in letting the facts be known. Yeah, the gerrymandering and all the rest of it, and the anti-Catholic bigotry that occurred. So there we are. That's 2002. So Northern Ireland has the PSNI, the Police Service of Northern Ireland. That's the 6 counties, like. Bye now.